So when I have somebody come over, when people would come over to talk to me, I would have the door open, they could talk, and I'd say, oh, sit down. They've got old class, they're very durable, very nice. There we go. Oh, you know, I do like that. Hey. Thought I'd get a little dressed up, right? Looks a little fancy, doesn't it? I'm back in the city. You want to know why? Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you in just a minute. So, I've got a good show for you. I'm going to do a few different things. It'll be fun. Now, guys, I know, you know, you'll have fun too. Just don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it. It'll be fun. Okay, so please subscribe and watch it all the way through. Let's go. And I'll tell you all about this. Okay? Let's go. Hey everyone, I'm back in the city. Because it's going to storm. I mean, there were going to be major thunderstorms. I didn't want to get caught in the forest. And there were a couple things I needed to pick up from Amazon on Friday. So, and it was going to storm all day Thursday and all day Friday. So I would have had to travel back in thunderstorms. And I don't like to travel. I don't even like to travel that much. And I certainly don't want to be on the road in thunderstorms. So I got back and I picked this up. This is a really cool top. I'll show you the picture of it and I'm going to leave you the link for it. But it doesn't show anything. I just find it to be elegant. Why did I want to get this? Because I spend so much time in my van. It's not like I'm going to go to Walmart with this. Well, I might. Excuse me. I might go to Walmart in this. Hey, you know. But I might put a top over it when I go in and then when I get back out. But I need to be able to be cool and comfortable. The material is so soft. And there is a video that shows how to put it on because it wraps around this way. It's a really long piece of material. It's one size fits all. Now, I do have one of my best friends online. She goes, oh, I don't think I could wear that. I think she's a little bit bigger up here. But I really believe that she could wear this. And I said, you ought to get one. They're not expensive. You ought to get one you can wear it around the house. It'll keep you cool. And she's just as hot as the rest of us, you know? But yeah, so you can squirt it down. And what I like about it is it wraps around this way and then crisscrosses and goes down. So it's not like I'm taking it and I'm tying it behind my neck, because I don't know what you think about that, girls, but it just wears my neck out. I mean, I end up with a headache after a while because you want it to hold yourself up. So in order to do that, sometimes you got to tie it tight, and it just gets my neck. As you can see in the picture, it just wraps. Yeah, it just wraps around this way and then back around the back. So I do really like this. Yeah. And I remembered that I had got these, I think that came with an outfit or something, but it's called Secret Tape. It's closed tape. Some of you gals probably already have some of these, but I've got a little bit of tape here just in case, and a little bit of tape here just in case. I just wanted to try it out, you know, and see. Yeah. Oh, I know you guys are going, the things you girls go through. Oh my gosh. Well, you know, if we, the things that we do go through. Yeah. But I really like this. What do you think? And I'm going to leave the link for it. You know, maybe you have a daughter or a granddaughter. I just think they're cute and they're so comfortable. Let me just say, this is so soft. This is as soft as the yoga pants I wear. Let's talk about yoga pants for a minute. There are some yoga pants I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. It's almost like wearing rubber. It's so uncomfortable. I always have to feel the material. I always have to feel it and see how soft it is. Yeah, I want it to be stretchable, but I don't want it to be like wearing a piece of latex or rubber or something like that. Yeah. So I know I think some of you know what I'm talking about. Some of the yoga pants are just horrible. Horrible. Yeah. Well, I did get out my jewelry. Let's see what this would look like, okay? I'll just hold it up. Oh, let's look at this one. I know, don't mind this. Yeah, what do you think? I know, I got that one. Let's see, you know, I've never worn this one. I do like it. Oh, isn't that cool? It's really elegant too. It's really well made. Yeah. Let's see another one. I haven't worn my necklace in a long time. This is really cute. Oh, I'll just have to hold it up, yeah. Oh, I think I like that one. Wouldn't that be a nice touch? Let me see if I can get this on. Are you having fun? Yeah. Yeah. These are old. They've got old clasps. They're very durable, very nice. There we go. Oh, you know, I do like that. And I do have a pair of earrings that are sort of sparkly also. It's fun to accessorize, isn't it? Okay, what else do I got? Let's see. Oh. Okay. Oh, I love this one. Oh my gosh. Purple, deep purple. Deep purple. Let's see what else. Okay, this is, yeah, this would be cool, I guess. Yeah. Kind of like that one, yeah. Anywho, I just thought I'd try these. Thought maybe you'd like to see. You can, you know, it's fun being a girl. Some guys say, oh, I'd hate to be a girl. I think it's kind of fun. Get to wear different clothes. Get to wear makeup if you want to. You know, if you don't want to wear makeup, or if you think, oh no, makeup is not, you know, God wouldn't want me to wear makeup. I mean, then he probably doesn't, but he's never, but I don't feel that. Yeah. I don't feel that he wouldn't want me to wear makeup. I mean, yeah, never had a spirit tell me not to. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to, you know, so much. I don't like tattoos, though. If you have a tattoo, you go. Yeah, you just do it. Yes. But for me, no, I wouldn't want to wear a tattoo. I wouldn't want to. I don't want to draw on myself. I like to draw on paper. But if you do, I say go for it. You know, it's okay. You know, if that's something that's okay for you. You know, sometimes we get different messages, right? And some of you don't get messages at all. You're not into, you're not a believer. And you know what? I'm just still glad you're here. It's okay, you know? So yeah, I thought I'd get a little, I thought I'd get a little dressed up, yeah. So did you like the video? The one, yeah. The one, well, there were two of them that I put out. I just put out one with the elk in it, and then there was another one where I was kind of like in different places talking, and I was talking outside. And we were, I was talking about BLM land apps, things like that, yeah. Let's see, what else? I got a question. I'm going to answer it. So I will leave the link for this. I do think it is so comfortable. I can wet it down. I'm in my van. It makes me feel good. I feel like, you know, I've got something nice on. Just because I'm sitting in my van doesn't mean I need to, like, feel, you know, like I didn't take care of myself. I don't look okay. But, no, I really do like this. I'll leave the link for it. It's not that expensive. I think it's $19.99. Yeah. Okay, here we go on to a question. This is from Tori San, Lee, if you wouldn't mind, could you tell me about the manners? I love this etiquette. It's an etiquette question. I know, I'm all elegant, yeah. When I'm invited by another nomad to come over to their van, or when I invite another nomad into my van. Of course, I'm talking about nomad friends. What are the do's and don'ts considering the limited space inside vans? I guess there must be some etiquette that civilized nomads need to be aware of. Thanks. Well, you know, yeah, we should write we should write a nomad etiquette book. Okay, now, when let me tell you about my minivan. When I'm out in Quartzsite, these bins, they're here. I have a tarp and then I place them out. That way I can use my sliding door because I'm going to be out there, right? So when I have somebody come over, when people would come over to talk to me, I would have the door open, they could talk, and I'd say, oh, sit down. And they would sit at the edge, you know, and I would probably sit back here. Now, and we would talk, right? I mean, I didn't really offer them anything to drink or anything like that, because that would have taken, I would have, you know, I just don't have the space. I really don't have extra cups. So I think true etiquette would be if you're in a minivan, okay, or an SUV or something like that. I would say, or even a ProMaster, I would say bring your own drinks. Yeah, bring your own BYOB. Bring your own drinks. BYOD. Yeah, bring something to drink. If you wanted to, you could maybe bring a snack. If you know that that everybody's so different on what they eat nowadays, but you could bring a snack with you if you wanted to. When you come, here's the true etiquette. When you come up to somebody's van, you might give a little holler. Hello, you know, do you mind if I come over? You don't have to do it so far away that you yell, but you know what I mean. Give a good distance that you don't have to yell and say, hey, and you know their name. Hey, Judy, do you mind if I come over? You got a minute? And I'd like to chat with you. And if their sliding door is open or their door is open, they'll say something. Usually if everything is shut up, I mean, it is shut up, okay? I probably wouldn't knock. I mean, Max sees me in town all the time, but unless he sees my windows open, he does not knock on my door because he just doesn't know. Being a girl, I might be going to the bathroom. I might not be presentable to see people. You know, I might be getting dressed. I might even be taking a nap. You know, there's something else. So if you see the thing open, right? But here's a good indication, or here's a good system, is make sure that you get their phone number so you can exchange it. So you can text, don't call, text. I think that's a good etiquette. Text your friends. You know, I'm more apt to answer a text than I am a phone call, you know? So I'm really not into phone calls too much anymore, unless it is my daughter and we're going to sit and talk for, I don't know, an hour, you know, we're going to talk and catch up on each other. But if they do come over, just say, oh, have a seat, have a seat. Another thing too is put your chairs outside. And say, oh yeah, bring your chair and I'll put my chair out and we can sit and talk. You could even sit right outside of my van and we both could prop our feet up on the edge of my sliding door when it's open. There you go. Yeah, that would be comfortable, wouldn't it? If you really know the person really, really well, and I've got all this space in here, I don't have a build out. And if these bins are out, I really have all this space. So here's what I do. Let me put this down. Yeah, what I do is I remember I would just hand him a pillow and I would put the pillow here and say, lean against there. And then I'll lean against here and we could sit and talk, right? Yeah. So I would do that. Say, come on in, sit down. Sit down. Or if they're small, sometimes at the meetup, somebody small, they're kind of short like I am, and they would just sit right there. I'd sit here, cross-legged, and they'd sit there, cross-legged, and we would just sit and talk. Yeah, it was just like having a powwow, like an Indian powwow, yeah. So, let me put this back here. So you can do that. It's really what they're comfortable with. When I visited somebody, she had a regular van, and she had sort of the same system I did, to where she'd pull out a bed. She had like a fold out, like a Japanese chair, something like that. And then what she did at night, it would fold into threes, and then she'd fold it out and she'd sleep there. We would just I'd sit in her van. I'd say, can I come in? She goes, yeah, sure. We'd come in. I'd come in and we would just sit and chit chat. I usually just sit on the floor, or she would sit on the floor, or we both would sit on the floor. That's what happens in a minivan or a regular van that has no build out. Okay. But that's the etiquette, is just kind of, if you see that they're there or they're out about, just come close, but not all the way, and just, say, hey, do you mind if I come over? I feel like chatting. Do you got time? And there you go. I'm sure they'll go, oh, yeah, yeah. Or they may say, oh, give me about 5 minutes and come back. There you go. So there you go. Okay, let's talk about another rig, because I have a really close friend. She has a Class C. When I visit her, I go in. She has a table and chairs. It's like in a Class C, she has a table. And then she has almost like a booth that goes around the table. You could fit like 4 people, here, here, and here, and here. And yeah, but with her, she had a stove. So she would ask me, she goes, do you want some tea? And I'd go, oh, yes. And then she'd bring over the tea, because she has these cupboards. She goes, what kind do you want? She goes, I'll set it here. And I go, well, I'll take this one. She lets me pick out a cup, because she had a few cups. She let me pick out the cup I wanted. And then I would put my tea bag in there. And we would sit for hours and talk. Just chit-chat, talk. That's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun. She said that's why she loves her Class C, because she's very social, and she can invite people in, and she loves it. Now, what I do is I would kind of knock on the door. If I saw the main door was open, but she had the screen door shut, and I go, hey, do you mind if are you busy? She goes, no, come on in. Even if she was busy, she'd be talking to me while she's doing it. She's very social. And, hi, Rhonda. Hi. So, but here's one thing I would do. I would always take off my shoes. She'd always say, you don't have to. But I did. Because when I had a home, and all my children are the same. All my children, we were brought up that way. I did it. Now, my family did. I don't think my family did. But when I became an adult and raised kids, I always take your shoes off, because I really realized, I think we realize what's out there on the sidewalks. People spit, people, you're walking, you could be walking in the grass and some dog has urinated on the grass. So you're bringing a lot of germs and bacteria, bringing more bacteria in. So I don't like that. And I don't like to clean my house. I keep a very clean house. Oh my gosh. It's almost crazy clean. And so you took your shoes off. You just did. If you had socks on, I don't care if you have your bare feet. My family were very clean. We were brought up very clean. Okay. So I would always take my shoes off, even if she said she didn't care. And I did, because my feet were clean. So yeah, I think as far as etiquette goes, you can bring something with you if you really know that person really well, and you've got maybe some kind of a snack you want to share. Just say, I've got some stuff. Would you like to share it with me? And that person will say yes or no. They might not be into eating cookies. They might not be into sugar or processed foods, things like that. But they'll say yes or no. At least you offered. Yeah. And then don't stay forever. You know, give them time to take a breath and go on their way. Another etiquette that I feel is very important is having a ping pong. It's a ping pong game. Let them talk, and then they take a breather, and then you talk and take a breather. Take that pause so that they can, reply or say their own story. Now, here's something I really think is kind of cool. And I studied this. I think way back I did a video on this. I mean, we're dealing with 3 years ago. That what you do is when they say something, instead of just replying and talking then about what it meant to you, ask them questions, and get them to talk. Ask them a few questions about it. Then take a breather. If it works, if you know each other very, very well, it can go back and forth, and it can be a really nice called a conversation instead of just one-sided. It can be a good conversation. Ask questions, and then when you've taken that far, taken about as far as it can go, then it's okay when it's time for you to reply. Then maybe say, oh, by the way, here's a random thought I was thinking about, and then you can change the subject. Or you can say, well, this is what it means to me. This is what I would have done. And then you can talk about yourself, but at least ask at least 2 questions so that, they have a chance to expound on what they were talking about. I think that would be that's good etiquette for nomads and beyond. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Anybody else have any suggestions? I probably am missing a few things. Even if you're in your minivan, make sure if I tell you to scoot in, take your shoes off. Or at least if you're really tall, leave your shoes out there. I will mention the times that I have invited somebody. When we were that very first year that I met Paul and met Jack, and all kinds of people were stopping over. Okay, I didn't do any meetups. I really wasn't that famous or anything like that. Well, I remember the first time I really enjoyed talking to Paul. He was just fascinating, and he was a good conversationalist. I will give him that. He was a good listener, but he asked some questions, and then we went back and forth. Well, when I invited him in and I gave him the pillow. I said, oh, and he didn't want to come in. I go, oh, come in here and sit and talk to me. Because we had become really good friends. We were just friends. He was so stiff. He was so stiff sitting in here like, why am I in here? I don't belong in this family. And he's 6 foot tall, so his legs went all the way. Yeah. He told me later, he goes, I was scared half to death. I'm like, what? That's funny. But there were times when Jack would come in too, and he would come in and sit with me. We would sit here and watch a movie. I would put a movie on. And I remember we watched The Birds. I had The Bird. I bought it and I downloaded it so we could watch it. We were laughing out there. He was as comfortable as could be, just sitting in here. And I think what I was doing, I was making... out of hemp, I was making one of my ankle bracelets. I was braiding the hemp, and I was just braiding it, and he was just sitting there, made popcorn. So if you're really close to a person, we were not romantic, but if we're really close to somebody, in fact, I will tell you, Jack and I were still best buddies. Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, we leave audios for each other and texts for each other at least 2-3 times a week. We're like brother and we're like brother and sister. Yeah. And we made popcorn. It was fun. We made popcorn. We had drinks. I got some Tang, and we made drinks. We were sitting here watching The Birds, and we were really critiquing the movie. Go, well, why did you ever wonder why would they do that? We had such fun. So it really depends, etiquette, on how well you know the person, and what kind of a rig they have, and so it really depends on that. And I guess it would be the same as going to your house. Everybody's going to have a different etiquette going on. They really will. So, because that's the way they were brought up. I've had so many people say, oh, don't worry about it. Bring your shoes in. But I don't like to bring my shoes in to somebody's rig. I really don't, because I don't even bring my shoes in here. My shoes are always parked in my atrium, which is where my pedals are on the captain's chair underneath there. Yeah. So I always take my shoes off and then I climb back here. Yeah, I always take. And if these bins are out and I'm out boondocking or out in the forest or whatever, I take my shoes off and I lay them out there, or I'll set them real close because maybe I don't want a bug to crawl in or something like that. So there you go. There, Mr. Miyagi. Ooh, yeah, remember that? He went boom. And then he healed his knee because he swiped the knee. That one guy swiped the knee, yeah, on Karate Kid. Okay, alrighty. I hope you enjoyed this. Yeah, a little bit of play. This is so comfortable. I'm just telling you, it really, really, really is. And it's not. It took a while to put on, but it's really nice. And I love you guys. Please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Yeah. If you do want to support me, if you want to give me a little gift, and I really do thank anybody who's given me a gift. A lot of you have given recently, so I really appreciate you. Mwah. Special thanks and kiss to you. But if you do want to give me a gift, $5 is fine. Minivanlee.com. Click on gifts. When you get there, click on gifts, and then it'll take you in there. There's $5, $10, $25, whatever. Yeah. Okay. I love you guys. It's kind of a long one, but I think we had fun, don't you? I did. This was fun. This was one of those fun episodes of the Minivan Lee Show. Good things are coming your way. Bye.